Hey guys, it's Matt here, and today I'm doing another episode of What's in a Cart, but it's a special episode. It is day 3 of our week-long event. What event is it? Well, I mean, if you saw the title of the video and the thumbnail, you might know, but if you didn't, it is our 40 Winks N64 event. If you guys remember, I mentioned earlier in the week via an announcement that we are actually taking a look, and we did, by the way, give to this Kickstarter ourselves, so this is not a sponsored video in any way. We are taking a look at the 40 Winks N64 game, which if you guys don't know was cancelled and was actually license rescued by Piko Interactive in their own Kickstarter, which I gave to alongside one of my best friends, Tristan Walter. He will be getting some of this stuff that he gave to, you know, that's in the tier for the Kickstarter, a little bit off camera, but either way though, thank you Tristan so much. And so we are taking a look at, we're opening up the cartridges because look, we know that they aren't original N64 cartridges, but they also aren't repros as well. They aren't bootlegs as well. You could say, some people would call them reproductions, but I don't want to call them reproductions necessarily because they are not these Chinese bootlegs that you'd get off of something like AliExpress. So I don't want to call them repros, and sadly I don't have any repros to compare them to like 40 Winks. If you guys didn't see the announcement video, I mentioned there that I have not been able to buy it, and of course with Piko Interactive coming out with theirs, I can't find any repros to compare it to online. So we're not going to compare it to a 40 Winks repro like we did with the Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Collection. No. We're actually taking a look at some N64 games that I have in my collection, some secret ones. You'll see what those are in just a moment. And we're going to see how they look, how they compare, and where Piko Interactive actually got the boards from. That's always to me, the most interesting part of these What's in a Cart. So let's cut to all that right now. As you can see, we are taking a look at the 40 Winks Standard Edition, which is the gray cart, also the Special Edition, which is the black cart. We actually unboxed both of those yesterday. You can check that out in the description box down below. Also, Super Smash Bros. And War Gods, a game that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, and I'm surprised that I even have it in my collection. Got it with a bunch of N64 games when I got my N64 initially, so it's still here. Now let's take our game bit screwdriver, which I actually put into a larger screwdriver so I can get some more friction, which is definitely needed when you're opening up these older games that are, you know, dusty, been through the ringer. Definitely a good thing to have some extra friction when needed. There is a problem, however. For some reason, I cannot open up these screws, so being tagged in is WWF Warzone, which for some reason is a lot easier to unscrew. Thanks, Stone Cold. So something interesting I noticed, there are no game bit screws in these two N64 games. They're actually normal Phillips head, which is a bit of a problem because I tried using game bit screws or game bit screwdrivers. So I'm hoping I haven't stripped away the screws in any way. But I only used it on the first one, on the Standard Edition, so this shouldn't be a problem. So thankfully it seems like it wasn't. Now, looking at this one, you're going to notice that for some reason it does become a problem. So I think with the Special Edition, the screws that they had used were not of the best quality, and I'm not blaming Piko necessarily. The game works just fine. It runs just fine, but in trying to open it up, it was really hard to actually open up the Special Edition. Literally this screw right here. Why screw? Why? I'm gonna make an old dad joke that my dad used to say, screw you. So the Special Edition is getting punished in the corner. It knows what it did. So now at this point, yes, we do have to use a Phillips head screwdriver no matter what. So we are working with the WWF Warzone still at the bottom, Super Smash Bros. Still on the upper right-hand side, and the 40 Winks Standard Edition on the upper left-hand side. Something that I would like to note as well, I'm really happy that the 40 Winks one actually has protective shielding, so super happy that's there. I'm assuming it's there just in case for some reason the system overheats it, so I'm happy that those safeguards are in place so that the game is going to be preserved, hopefully, for years. Man, I hate taking off this RF shielding. I get it, it needs to be there, but it's very difficult to take off. But either way, taking it off, you can see that when we take a look at the WWF Warzone cart, it is a rather small one. Not many chips on there, not much, but we can tell that it is official, so that's good. It says Nintendo 1998 right there. So if for some reason someone was going around making counterfeit WWF Warzone carts, we would have caught you today. Either way, we can see an MX chip right there. And also there's that weird little divider at the bottom that tries to keep the board in place. You can see Nintendo 1998 there as well. So Nintendo through and through with all the chips, well, with the necessary chips. So yes, we know that that is WWF Warzone. Now, looking at Super Smash Brothers, that's a big boy. So that has a save battery, which I'm shocked that wasn't in Warzone. It shouldn't be password based. I have a feeling maybe the save battery is on the opposite hand side. But either way, large cart, Nintendo on the board. We've actually taken a look at it before on another episode of What's in a Cart, so we have known that it is official, thankfully. And as you can see here, another MX chip and a Sharp chip as well, Sharp Japan. And don't want to touch that save battery, don't want to slam that thing around, want to make sure my save's okay. And of course, Nintendo is on that chip as well. So even though we knew that it was a Nintendo, a real legit game, still, this is how a board could look with a save battery. So let's see what 40 Winks is going to look like. What in the what is happening here? Okay, this is not what I expected. Huh. All right, so I've been dealing with Infinite NES Lives boards, or Lives. I'm assuming it's Lives. So we have an MXIG chip. We also have, what is that blue on this Max chip? Okay, huh, that's interesting. So yeah, I've never seen the inside of an N64 Repro, and I knew it wasn't going to have any Nintendo chips on there. Again, they're not going to actually cannibalize any Nintendo games, but I didn't know what we were getting into, so that part right there looks odd because it looks like you would have a save battery there, but there doesn't need to be a save battery because the saves go through the memory card pack. So if you have a memory card pack in your N64 controller, you can save the game through there. All right, so thumbs up to minimal errors. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching another episode of What's in a Cart and another day in our 40 Winks N64 week-long event. Alright guys, so take care, tune in next time, not just for another episode of What's in a Cart, but for something both completely different or maybe another day of this event. Well, it depends on how you're watching the videos. I don't know, I don't control that. Either way, love you all, take care, tune in next time, and before you do, if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and if you didn't like the video, you could also like and subscribe as well. That's totally cool. Alright guys, so love you, take care, and see ya.